For nearly 3 years, Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice was one of the most highly anticipated films ever made. When it was finally released in 2016, it quickly became one of the most divisive films ever made. There's certainly a lot that can be said about various creative choices that were made.
Martha, Martha, Martha.
However, criticizing this film, or even DC more generally, can hardly be considered original content at this point. With that in mind, I believe one of the best choices made was the decision to open the film by recounting the climactic fight from the end of Man of Steel, this time from Bruce Wayne's perspective. This is, in my opinion, the most effective scene in the film. It draws on the viewer's familiarity with the previous entry in the franchise, establishes Bruce Wayne's presence in this world, and creates a basis for his antagonism towards Superman. However, this effectiveness is vastly undercut by the fact that this isn't actually the first scene in the film. Instead, the filmmakers once again trotted out Batman's origin story, this time with a generous offering of Zack Snyder flair. I believe this was completely unnecessary. Everyone knows Batman's origin story. It's been done to death, if you'll pardon the highly insensitive pun. Anyone that doesn't know it by now was dragged to see this film by someone who does, who can explain it to them in the lobby afterwards. Put simply, I believe this scene should have been omitted entirely, and the film should have just started here. Now, you may say the flashback needed to be included in order for the Martha payoff to work. Assuming, of course, you think it does work, which is debatable at best.
Why did you say that name?
However, I believe that moment would be just as effective without the earlier scene. Bruce briefly recounts his parents' murder earlier in the fight scene, which is all the remaining viewers should need.
I bet your parents taught you that you mean something. That you're here for a reason. My parents taught me a different lesson. Dying in the gutter for no reason at all.
We're also given a series of brief flashbacks which help make things clear. Personally, I felt beat over the head sitting in the cinema. I quickly realised both characters had mothers named Martha. Viewers can make the connection without the film holding their hand. Of course, I don't believe removing the first scene of BVS would save the film entirely. However, I do think it would strengthen an already great scene, and help make another a little less controversial. Let me know in the comments if you think this opening would have improved the overall film, or if there are any other changes that you'd like to see. If you liked this video, why not give it a thumbs up? Maybe share it with a friend. Or an enemy. Either way, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications to see more content here on Channel 73.